Welcome back to Dream Haven, where stories drift like whispers in the wind, guiding you gently into restful sleep. Tonight, we step into a golden summer in Sherwood Forest, where Robin Hood and his merry men find peace beneath the towering oaks. No chases, no battles, only laughter, friendship, and the quiet hum of nature embracing them. So, settle in and let this soothing tale carry you into dreams as soft as a summer breeze. The greenwood was at peace. Summer had woven itself deep into the heart of Sherwood Forest, blanketing the land in golden sunlight and soft emerald shadows. The tall oaks, old as time, swayed in a warm afternoon breeze, their leaves murmuring like a lullaby. A slow river, clear and cool, meandered through the land, its surface speckled with drifting petals from the wildflowers that grew thick along its banks. In this quiet world of rustling leaves and birdsong, Robin Hood walked with unhurried steps. He was in no hurry today. The outlaws of Sherwood had no quarrels, no chases, no urgent calls for justice. For once, the forest was truly their own, free from worry, free from strife. Robin took a deep breath, his keen eyes softening as he gazed up at the sky through the shifting leaves. Somewhere deeper in the forest, the faint sound of a lute drifted on the air. Alan a Dale, no doubt, playing a tune for the swaying trees. A gentle chuckle rumbled in Robin's chest. Even in their quiet moments, the merry men found ways to fill the world with joy. Not far ahead, a familiar clearing came into view, bathed in the golden light of the setting sun. A ring of wildflowers framed the open space, where a great oak stood like a patient guardian, its arms outstretched to shelter those who gathered beneath it. There, spread upon the grass, were his dearest friends, Little John, Will Scarlet, Friar Tuck, and Much the Miller's son, all lounging in the warmth of the evening, their voices murmuring in easy conversation. Robin stepped lightly into the clearing, his presence felt before he spoke. Will Scarlet, ever the first to notice, grinned up at him from where he lay, arms folded behind his head. "Come now, Robin," he said lazily. "You look like a man without a worry in the world. What's put you in such a fine mood?" Robin merely smiled and lowered himself onto the soft grass beside them. "Does one need a reason to be at peace, Will?" "Aye," Friar Tuck chuckled, "especially when one is the most wanted man in all of Nottingham." A ripple of laughter passed through them, light and easy like the summer wind. The sun dipped lower, spilling golden light through the trees, painting the clearing in hues of amber and deep green. From the distant trees a nightingale called out, its song clear and sweet as if it too was singing of the peace in their hearts. Little John, who'd been watching the sky in quiet contemplation, turned his thoughtful gaze toward Robin. "You know, this summer has been kinder to us than most," he mused. "No greedy sheriffs knocking at our door, no nobles wagging their fingers. Just the forest, just us." Robin nodded, his fingers idly tracing patterns in the grass. "It is rare, isn't it, to have the world leave us be for a little while?" For a moment, no one spoke. There was no need. The hush of the forest, the warmth of the sun lingering upon their skin, the distant melody of Alan's lute, all of it was enough. But then, as was his nature, Will Scarlet sat up with a grin and stretched his arms. "Well, I say we celebrate it. A summer so golden shouldn't pass without song and feast." "Aye," Friar Tuck's round face lit up. "I believe I have some honey cakes stored away, and perhaps a flask of mead that's been waiting for a good reason to be opened. Much the miller's son clapped his hands together. I'll fetch fresh berries and nuts from the grove. Robin watched his friends rise, their laughter easy, their hearts light. He marvelled at them, not as outlaws, not as men forced into the wilds by injustice, but simply as kindred souls, as brothers who had carved out their own peace in a world that had once tried to deny them one. Then let us feast, Robin said at last, rising to his feet, not for victory, nor for rebellion, but simply for the joy of summer. With that, they scattered, each with a task, each with a smile, gathering what they could from the forest's generous embrace. The night fell slow and soft, the sky fading from gold to dusky violet. Soon a fire crackled in the clearing, sending tiny sparks dancing into the warm summer air. Around it, the merry men gathered, their voices mingling with the sound of crackling wood and the occasional burst of laughter. Alan Adale plucked his lute with a gentle hand, weaving a melody as smooth as the river's flow. Will Scarlet and Much leaned against one another, their voices rising in song, light and merry. Robin sat with his back against the great oak, his heart steady, his mind at rest. He did not know how long this peace would last. Perhaps tomorrow the sheriff would send men into the forest once more. Perhaps another noble would tighten their grip on the people, and the fight for justice would begin again. But that was not tonight's worry. Tonight there was only laughter, only the rustling of leaves, only the golden warmth of summer lingering just a little longer. And in that moment, that was enough. And so, dear listener, as the fire fades and the voices soften, let the quiet peace of Sherwood settle over you. Let the gentle song of the forest lull you to rest, and may you, like Robin, find your own golden summer in dreams. Good night.